Hi, my loves. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good day. Thanks for joining me again for the next chapter of Ready Freddy Save the Earth. We are already on chapter 5. Chapter 5 is called Plant a Tree. So as you're listening, I want you to think about why are trees important, and we'll talk about it at the end. Plant a tree. When we got to our classroom, Mrs. Wishy asked, "How many of you walked or rode your bikes to school today?" A bunch of hands shot up, and there was a chorus of, "I did, I did, I did." "Wow, that's great," said Mrs. Wishy. "Good for you." "I thought it was really fun," said Jessie. "Me too," I said. "Robbie, Freddy, and I had a race to school," said Jessie. "Ha, that's funny," said Max. "I bet they beat the pants off of you." "Actually, Jessie beat us both," said Robbie. "No way, a girl can't run faster than a boy," said Max. "Says who?" said Jessie. "Says me," said Max. "Well, you're wrong," said Jessie. "Girls can run just as fast as boys." "That's right," said Mrs. Wishy. "Girls can be very fast runners." "Jessie is probably the fastest kid in the whole first grade," I said. Jessie smiled. "Where's Chloe?" asked Mrs. Wishy. "I'm over here," Chloe called from the cubbies. "What are you doing?" Mrs. Wishy asked. "Changing my shoes." "Did she say changing my shoes?" Robbie whispered. I nodded. "Yep, you heard her right." "I had to wear my sneakers to walk to school today, but they don't match my outfit," said Chloe. "I'm taking them off and putting on these pink party shoes instead. Aren't they beautiful? And they match perfectly with my dress." "She is so weird," whispered Jessie. "Well, you might want to leave your sneakers on, Chloe, because right now we're going to go back outside to plant a few trees," said Mrs. Wishy. "Really?" I said excitedly. "Really," said Mrs. Wishy. "That is so cool," said Max. "But my dress is going to get all dirty," said Chloe. "Then maybe you shouldn't wear your foofy dresses to school," said Max. "But my Nana just brought this one back from Paris, France." "I'm sure if you get a little dirt on it, your mother can wash it," said Mrs. Wishy. Chloe frowned. "I don't like dirt." Here's Chloe in her foofy dress and party shoes. Here's Freddy and Jessie. "I love it," said Max, "and I love all of the things that live in dirt, like worms and bugs." "Ew, ew, ew, ew," said Chloe. "Enough, you two," said Mrs. Wishy. "Let's all line up to go outside and plant some trees." We got in a line and followed Mrs. Wishy out to the playground. "One of our local stores donated these baby trees to our school. I thought we could use more shade on our playground," said Mrs. Wishy. "Good idea," I said. "It can get really hot out here." "When these baby trees get a little bigger, we can sit under them and cool off," said Jessie. "Besides giving us shade, does anyone know other reasons why trees are important?" asked Mrs. Wishy. "They make oxygen that we need to breathe," said Robbie. "If we didn't have oxygen to breathe, then we would die." So far you should be thinking, trees are important because they give us shade and they give us oxygen to breathe. Let's listen to see what else. "Really?" said Max. "Really," said Mrs. Wishy. "Wow, I never knew that," said Max. "These trees will also help us in another way," said Mrs. Wishy. "You know how the field gets very muddy when there's a lot of rain?" We nodded. "That's because all of the soil around the grass gets washed onto the field. If we plant the trees around the field, then the roots of the trees will help hold the soil in place, and it won't all wash into the grass. You won't have to run around in muddy pools of water." "I always thought the trees were pretty to look at," said Jessie. "I didn't realize how important they were." "And 900 million trees are cut down every year," said Mrs. Wishy. "Why?" I asked. "To make paper products." I shook my head. "That's crazy." Jessie shook her head too. "I just can't believe that." "If you use less paper, then fewer trees have to be cut down," said Mrs. Wishy. "It's that simple. Now, is everybody ready to get started?" "Yes," we all said. Well, everybody except Chloe. Mrs. Wishy put us in groups of 5 and gave us each a big shovel and one of the baby trees. You need to dig a deep enough hole so that we can get the tree down in the ground. Then, once the tree is in the ground, you cover the roots up with the dirt. Got it? She said. Got it, we all said. We spread out around the track and got to work. Digging the hole was hard, but really fun. Here they are digging their hole for the tree. Hey, look what I found, said Robbie, sticking his hand in the dirt and pulling out a bug. A roly-poly. It's so cute, said Jessie. Can I hold it? Sure, said Robbie. Cute? How can you say that disgusting thing is cute? Said Chloe. I wouldn't touch it if you paid me $1 million. You don't know what you're missing, said Jessie with a big smile on her face. Hey, Chloe, said Max, come over here. I've got a surprise for you. Chloe ran over. I just love surprises. Max pulled out a big fat worm out of his pocket and dangled it in Chloe's face. Chloe screamed, "Ah!" She ran over to Mrs. Wishy. Mrs. Wishy, Max just stuck a worm in my face. I think you'll be all right, said Mrs. Wishy. It's just a little worm. Worms are very important for the environment, you know. Well, I don't like them, said Chloe. They are slimy and gross. Okay, everybody. It's time to go inside. Bring your shovels over to me and line up, called Mrs. Wishy. Boy, the morning went quickly, said Robbie. Time flies when you're having fun, said Mrs. Wishy. It's already time for lunch. Woohoo! I yelled and pumped my fist in the air. I'm starving. I'm going to ask you a special favor while you're at lunch today, said Mrs. Wishy. Please save all of your trash and bring it back to the classroom with you. I want to talk about it. And that's the end of Chapter 5. So next week we'll read Chapter 6, Worms and Trash. So, hopefully you were listening and thinking about how trees are important. I would love to hear your answers for that question today. So if you could write about it or talk about it, that would be great. You could say trees are important because... I can't wait to hear your answers. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Mrs. Buckley loves you. Bye-bye.